Things.
You think Elvis said the N-word?
That's a hot take right there.
Yeah. What would you ask him?
Did you say the N-word?
I'd
Elvis?
ask him that too. I'd ask him that too.
There we go.
Did you say the N-word?
Next time around, when you get reincarnated, don't be such a dumbass.
Don't say the N-word as much either.
Yeah, that too.
All right. Welcome back to Paradise on Earth. We have very special guests. We have no, we don't.
It's me.
It's the Paradizo Boiz special. It's a solo Paradizo Boiz.
Oh yeah.
I'm here as always. Liam is here as always.
Joseph. Oh yeah. No doubt. And today
we have a very special topic for today. That's why we're here without a guest, I guess. It's a very serious episode. That's why we're leaning back in our chairs up against the wall.
And we just filmed as well, which is why we're.
That's why you're in a suit.
Yeah.
I was wearing my Paradizo shirt down my suit.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm always repping this cup.
It just gives you power underneath it.
No,
it's been
Liam. So I saw the new Elvis movie over the weekend. Did you see that?
So I did not. Alas,
you son of a bitch.
But I did my research.
You did
my
your
research on the Elvis. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we have doing a very special Paradise on Earth where we are going to, and because we're trying to make the world a better place.
No doubt, and we want to educate the world on Elvis.
We want to improve Elvis.
Exactly.
Make the Elvis a better place.
Exactly. Make it a better franchise.
Yeah. So Liam, make it a better franchise. You're gonna make a sequel, even though spoiler alert. Put your hand up like there's a big spoiler sign.
Oh.
Spoiler alert. No, put it like we're like cupping the sign.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Bada bing.
To the movie Elvis. He dies at the end of it. But he died in real life too. So.
I was gonna say that's a shocker.
Yeah. Liam, how familiar are you with Elvis?
I obviously kind of grow up with rumors of Elvis and hearing little stories of Elvis.
Yeah.
So in terms of rumors and stories and possibly myths about Elvis, I think I'm pretty damn familiar. But I did watch a whole ass video today.
Ooh.
Did my research far in advance.
You caught up?
Oh yeah. A whole bunch of weird and quirky facts about Elvis.
What was the video called? Weird and Quirky Facts about Elvis?
Yeah, it was top 15. Was it actually weird facts about Elvis?
Nice.
Yeah. You can probably find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you know a lot of Elvis songs?
I have one song on my Spotify playlist. Hound Dog.
It's a classic.
No doubt. And what did I just listen to today that I liked? It was Craw.
That was the song?
Craw something.
Crawfish Tavern?
I don't know. Here, you know what? Joseph, can you put the name of it right here? Craw.
Look that's a good name to a song.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. It's a
really good name of a song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't grow up listening to Elvis. I always knew who he was, and I knew some of his songs. I knew the hits,
Yeah.
But I didn't
have a family member
out
that
Elvis.
I got you. Yeah.
The only kind of Elvis related thing in my life is that I use a particular kind of hair gel.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, you do kind of get that on point.
And the reason I use this hair gel is because they had an advertisement and it showed a picture of Elvis. And I don't know if Elvis used this hair gel or if they just used a picture of Elvis with hair gel.
the origins of Joseph Hair.
I was that's reviewed. A good look. And so that's why I started using this hair gel.
Look at you.
He has a famous hair.
Yeah, you do have a very Elvis looking hair, style. Yeah, exactly. Just the little feather in the front. Exactly, yeah. Oh man. But
yeah, so I saw this movie. I had really high hopes for the movie because the director was Baz Luhrmann, who you might know as directing The Great Gatsby or Romeo and Juliet or Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
Moulin Rouge. What is it?
I have no idea.
Either Luge or Rouge.
Okay, yeah.
He's a great director. He makes very fantastical movies.
Okay.
And so I was interested to see this movie because I like his other movies. This one was pretty disappointing though.
Yeah? You didn't like it?
No, not a fan.
Out of 10. 5 being average.
Maybe around 5, I guess.
Okay, just kind of.
Yeah, because you know what? They did the thing that I don't like in a lot of movies where it's about a person's life, where they'll it like started off when he was a kid, and then when he's like a teenager, and they did like a lot of montages of like, he's on the road, and now he's performing on a big stage, and then he bought a mansion, and then he's like doing this, and then now he's like, and then so they just like crammed that's the problem, is you can't make a movie about someone's entire life in 2 hours
and have it be good and filled with a ton of information.
So they just crammed his entire life really into 2 hours, and it like just felt like you were just watching little pieces of his life.
Like was it a bunch of information that you already kind of knew, or was it
I realized I did know a lot of stuff when I was watching the movie. Like I knew his house was called Graceland.
Oh really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Gotcha. I knew which I don't know why I knew that, 'cause I guess that's the thing a lot of people know, maybe. But like I knew like like I said, I knew like the hits, I knew the big songs, I knew that he was doing a lot of Christmas specials because he was like starting to be less famous.
Gotcha. Yeah. Pulled a Frank Sinatra.
And then I knew that he ended up just like getting fat and living in Las Vegas until he died. And he like died of like, I don't know if it was an overdose or like he died of like because he was on a ton of pills.
Gotcha. Wait, how old was he roughly? Do you know?
42, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Because I did notice that, like when he was younger, he looks like this really like young, hip, cool guy.
Right.
And then you always see the impersonators, with the gut, and then
they got the gut, they got the big jumpsuit and the cape,
and the big sideburns.
The big sideburns. Yeah, that was like that was sort of his look towards the end of his life. I guess that's what people were wearing in the 70s. I don't know.
I guess so, yeah. I don't know. I always noticed the 70s shades that he's got on, the 70s looking shades.
Yeah.
Do you know he hated John Lennon?
Did he hate John Lennon?
He hated John Lennon with burning passion, but apparently John Lennon didn't hate him. Apparently John Lennon looked up to him.
John Lennon was a big peace guy.
He was
a big fan of peace.
Yeah. But alas, he hated John Lennon with a burning passion. Supposedly it had to do with the whole like drug war thing going on, because apparently Elvis worked closely with like the FBI and all that stuff to kind of like dial down the whole drug trade and drug use in young America.
I know he did have some connection with Nixon. I don't remember.
Yeah. So he was also making deals with Nixon. Yeah. He asked for a badge from Nixon that like says like I'm like a DEA agent or something like it was some sort of drug related agent. Yeah. But I don't know if he got that or not. But would be a big flex.
That would be. I mean, you get the president himself to, something they said in the movie was that Elvis had more security than the president.
Oh yeah, that's right. What was the name of his little mafia?
The Elvis Boys.
The Elvis Boys. We'll call me Elvis Boys.
The Elvis Boys. Did he have a little mafia? I'm not familiar.
Yeah. They called it the something mafia. That would hang around him there. But apparently they were famous for like leeching off of him and his money. But he would spoil them with gifts and cars and all that shit. Yeah. But apparently that wasn't good for him. I don't know.
Yeah.
According to this one video source that I watched.
I know, like,
it's reputable.
If you're hanging around someone that famous, you're gonna want
to get a piece of that.
I want to get a piece of the pie, pepperoni.
Oh, rest in peace to him.
Because so growing up, I always knew that Michael Jackson was the king of pop.
Also, his daughter married
Elvis's daughter.
Yeah, Elvis's daughter married Michael Jackson.
Elvis's daughter did marry Michael Jackson. Lisa Marie, was it Leah Marie?
Lisa Marie. I think you're right.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think she's still alive too.
Damn.
Good for her. And she was also married to Nicolas Cage.
Really? I feel like Nicolas Cage would be a really weird guy to be married to.
Yeah. People always tell me I look like Nicolas Cage.
Really?
People always tell me that.
I mean, I guess I can see it, but like that's certainly not like the first correlation I'd go to.
I either get Ross or I get Nicolas Cage.
Jesus fucking Christ! I didn't know the Nicolas Cage bit. I know you told me about the Ross.
Like weird because he's like a guy who's like known for having a crazy face.
Yeah.
And I guess like people say like, he used to be handsome. Like he used to be handsome when he was younger. But like whenever someone tells me like, oh, you look like Nicolas Cage, I'm like, okay, so I look like a crazy person.
I look psycho. Well, you know what I've gotten once, and like now I can't unsee it.
What's that?
That when I smile, like really big,
Yeah.
you know, and
Look into the camera.
and my hair is slicked back.
You look like the Joker.
Look like Jack Nicholson, yeah.
Oh, you do look like the Joker.
It's not good. You know, if I
That's
get the big
pretty good.
smile, it's not good. It's not good.
That's fine. You know he played the Joker?
Yeah, he did indeed.
So people are basically telling you look like the Joker.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey.
Great. Wendy, give me the bat, Wendy. Here's Johnny, all that
yeah,
jazz,
yeah.
yeah. The Shining.
That was a good. We should make a Shining remake, and you can play Jack,
Hey,
and I can play the hotel guy.
hey, sounds good. Sounds good. Christ, that was a good movie. I did like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought the red rum thing was a little weird.
Well, you know, red room is spelled backwards.
Murder. I wonder if the mic picked that up. Murder. Bum, bum, bum. Well, I don't know. Wait, did you know that they tricked that kid into thinking that it wasn't a horror movie during the entire film of it?
Danny?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, the kid had no idea it was a horror movie the entire time. So, like, what was he thinking when he was saying, red rum? Like, sorry, Mrs. Something. Danny isn't here right now.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
But I thought it was a comedy.
Yeah,
As a kid,
yeah,
he
sure.
was playing a
Yeah.
prank on his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Oh, fucking hell.
anyways, back to Elvis.
Yeah.
Do you, yeah, so something that I know that they wanted to do in the movie was to like, because it was like a big deal that like people were saying Elvis was like he stole his style from black people.
Yeah, indeed.
So they wanted to focus on that in the movie and show that he was like inspired by them.
Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, gotcha. I heard that he got inducted into the, what was it?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well as the Gospel Hall of Fame. So yeah, apparently he was accepted at one point.
He was accepted.
He was accepted, yeah.
He was accepted, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, he's one of us.
Exactly.
Well, he was, yeah, and he was like friends with a bunch of black people. And, like they showed a part where he was hanging out with B.B. King and Little Richard and other people.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. He I don't know. I never really thought of his music like that up until it was like pointed out. I was like, I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Well,
Yeah.
because nowadays when you think of rock and roll, you just think of like white guys, you know?
Yeah. Well, so like that's the thing though. But like Elvis is a very distinct like way he sings.
Right.
And like I never really compared it to anything else.
Right,
You know, it was kind of in its own little category.
Like,
yeah. You know, very Johnny Bravo like. Yeah. Nothing but a hound dog, baby.
that was a good impression.
Hey, thank you. You know what? Maybe that's what my profession should be.
An Elvis impersonator.
Fuck any other dream that I've had.
That's a good one. Yeah, you could really pull that off. So something the movie focused on a lot was this guy called Colonel Tom Parker. Did your video say anything about him?
No. What's
Apparently he was the guy, he saw Elvis perform and he decided he was going to manage him. And so he like started, but he was this big fat guy and he was like, he had an accent and he was like supposedly a colonel in the army.
Okay.
And he was the one who kind of like pushed Elvis into performing at Vegas. And then he kind of pushed him to like taking pills to like,
oh damn.
and so a lot of people
why?
say
Like,
he's
what's the conspiracy? What's the
just for the money, because he was like a huge gambler and he had a bunch of debts, and then he met Elvis and then he was like, all right, I can make this kid a star and make a ton of money off of him.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. Oh man, he was simping for Elvis.
He was simping for Elvis.
Yeah.
He was simping.
Would you simp for Elvis? No. Damn.
What would you do if like someone you're friends with or someone you know gets like super famous? Like, would you try and like
amp it up? Like no, I don't think so.
Like, let's say I get to Elvis level.
Mm-hmm.
Would you would you start treating me like I was like Elvis, or would you just kind of treat me like regular?
I think I would acknowledge it a lot, but I don't think that I would treat you any different. You know, I wonder if it would change you. You know, like would it change you? Like, do you think it would change you?
I like to think that it wouldn't change me. I guess like you never really know until this podcast makes it big, and then we're hitting Elvis level.
No doubt.
But no, I don't, because I don't want to change. I like who I am, and like I don't want to. I feel like once some people get like to a famous level, they're like they have to be someone else. But it's like I'd rather just be me and be famous. Like, just continue doing what I'm doing. But like, if I walk down the road, people will be like, "Hey."
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, well, so like here's a good example, right? Like,
let's hear it.
My girlfriend didn't know that. So I couldn't remember the guy's name, and this is horrible. But I can now. At the old place that we worked,
right,
we used to serve a bunch of people, and this one guy that would come in was T Grizzly. Yeah. And I served him a number of times. We got to get him on the podcast. Yeah, easy
get.
And I was like, I used to serve this one famous guy. I can't remember his name, and she was like, he's a famous guy. He's a famous rapper from Detroit, And she's like, oh, T Grizzly, it's a joke. And I was like, actually, yeah,
it was.
Pretty much all the famous people that would come in, I wouldn't treat them any different.
Right. Yeah. You were always great about that.
I don't know. Well, but. Like, do you think that some want to be treated differently, or do you think they all?
I think they act like they don't want to until they want something, and then they always pull the famous card.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're like, "Don't you know who I am?"
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. They get spoiled. Spoiled.
Was T Grizzly nice to you?
Yeah. Definitely. Never had an issue with him. We're good. We were good. Another one was, what's his name from? Breaking Bad.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, you got it. He's Gus. Also in the He's the villain. He's the Los
Pollos Hermanos. We should have had Jesus come back for this episode.
Yeah, oh shit. Oh goddamn, you would have loved that.
He was pronouncing everything like perfect.
Exactly, and then we were just like, okay,
yeah.
Oh goddamn.
Jesus, we love you. Come back on the podcast.
Yeah, hey Jesus.
Jesus.
He's gonna hate us.
Yeah. Sorry. But anyway. Once we make it famous, I feel like we're just gonna continue being ourselves. Like, I don't think we're gonna change that much.
I don't think so. I don't think knock on fake laminate wood. Yeah. Oh Christ. But yeah, no guy.
You said you wanted to sing a couple Elvis songs for us.
Yeah. I figured I would, but now we've been talking a while. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we'll see if we can get him to do it.
But what's your favorite Elvis song, Joseph? What do you like?
I don't know. That's because what's when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, they were like playing all the songs, and I was like, oh, this is kind of good. But then there's this one scene where they're supposed to be shooting a Christmas special, but he double crossed them, and he was actually shooting his own special, but he just told them that I was gonna, and and it ended up being a big hit. And there's a part where he's wearing like a white suit, and then he's like standing in front of a big sign that sells Elvis, and he's singing a song, and he's going like, and it's like apparently it's like a really famous like clip of like a song from.
Okay. Did you do like a couple words from that or not?
No, really? I don't remember it, but I watched it earlier to prepare. Yeah. Because I was like, it's actually a good song, but.
Yeah, that was one thing. I did wish that I had listened to a bunch of his songs with headphones.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to it on the car ride over here. My car doesn't have AC, so I had to drive with the windows down.
That's right.
And he's already like sort of hard to understand, with the mumbling singing, and that just made it impossible. But that Craw song, Craw dash something.
Okay, this song is called "If I Can Dream." And he's like, if I can dream, and he's like, he's like singing like that, and it's a very powerful moment because that's when he was already famous at that point, but it was like it's a powerful moment because he's like he's giving it his all.
He's hitting it, yeah. Oh yeah.
I love seeing someone give it their all.
Hey, no doubt.
If the movie was just that scene, or if it was just the making of that Christmas special, I feel like it would have been a great movie.
Been a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. How do they portray little Elvis? Like, did they?
He's just a little kid actor.
Okay.
And he was. So the thing about Elvis was he was a big fan of this character called Captain Marvel Jr.
Okay.
And so I gotta make sure I'm not covering you. The thing about Captain Marvel Jr. So there's Captain Marvel, who he's also called Shazam. Are you familiar
really?
with Yeah.
Captain Marvel is Shazam. Okay, I did not know that.
So he had a sidekick called Captain Marvel Jr., and apparently Elvis is like a big fan of Captain Marvel Jr., which is weird that he would be a big fan of the sidekick to the superhero.
Yeah, that's like someone being a really big fan of Robin, you know?
I was a big fan of Robin when I was a kid. Yeah, but that's because Robin grows up to become Nightwing.
Okay.
And so I really liked Nightwing.
He had his own. He had his own story.
He becomes his own, and
gotcha.
Nightwing, I like Nightwing a lot because he's like Batman, but he's fun, you know?
Gotcha, yeah. Does Batman-y things, but, you know.
He does Batman-y things, but he's like happy about it. He's not like depressed all the time.
He's not all.
And he does more flips. Batman doesn't do that many flips.
Really doesn't. He should do more flips. You know what? We're going to make this world a better place. Batman, do more flips.
Batman should do more flips because you think about Spider-Man, Spider-Man only flips.
Literally, yeah.
But I feel like Batman, his suit, it's probably too heavy. And with the cape, it's probably hard to do a flip with a cape.
Yeah, definitely. I've probably seen Batman do like 2, maybe 3 flips in all those movies. Like, I'm trying to think, right? Like, you constantly see him dropping down from things.
You always see him dropping down.
Yeah.
You always see him grabbing people, punching people, occasionally a kick, but I don't think I've ever seen him do a flip.
Really? Okay, gotcha.
I'd have to, I guess, go back through it.
Yeah, and all the scenes are dark. I don't know. I'm remembering at least one where at least I thought it was a flip. But, you know, he was in his cape. He's doing a flip in, like, a factory or something.
He's doing a flip in a factory. That sounds like something in a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Taking place
Just did a single flip, just a big...
you know, a back flip or a front flip?
A back flip, yeah.
A bat flip.
A bat, yeah.
He flips his vehicles a lot. That's like his thing is like he loves flying a ship and then or he's like got his motorcycle and he does a thing where his motorcycle it's going and then it goes up the wall and then it turns around and then it comes back down.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Goddamn. Well, yeah.
So that's not a flip, but that's like a
it sort of counts, right? Like
that counts as a flip.
It's a quarter to a half.
His
flip.
body is flipping while he's doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But anyways, back to Elvis.
But yeah, no.
He did have some good hair. I don't understand the sideburn thing. I don't know why that was ever like a thing that people were doing.
I don't know. Well, see, like here's the thing with sideburns, right? For me, for me personally, I think if a guy's gonna go with sideburns, right? Like he's got to look like he's got to be like a fit guy, you know, right? But Elvis, when he broke out the sideburns, he was really heavy.
He was really fat. Yeah.
And I just don't think that was working for him. It made him look like he had like extra soft padding.
Yeah, it looks like you just have patches on the side of your face.
It didn't do well for his jawline.
Especially because they do it like triangle. You know, it's not, if it's just a straight line. Yeah. But even sometimes when people, so see, because my sideburns, they connect directly to my beard, right? So when I was younger, I liked to have a bit of a sideburn, so I'd maybe shave a bit lower.
I got you, yeah.
But now I kind of just keep it up here because I don't feel like...
Kind of get, I got you.
But yeah, I never thought that like long, big sideburns looked good.
Yeah.
You know how Wolverine does it? He does the mutton chops.
He does.
Keep talking. I'm going to fix that camera.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, he does. I don't know. I feel like Wolverine, he pulls it off a lot better than Elvis, at least.
He does, but can you imagine if you saw Wolverine in real life?
Yeah.
You'd be like, what the fuck is that guy doing?
Exactly.
Because he has the pointy hair, and then he has the mutton chops.
Well, see, like that's the thing. I almost dislike the pointy hair more than I like.
That is a good point, because nobody has hair like that.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, he's Canadian, so maybe the mutton chops might make sense.
They just do it differently up there. Yeah.
But I don't know what they're going to do. If they remake Wolverine, like, I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know. I mean, well, there's this one guy. He's called Mr. Moon, and he streams on Twitch. And he's got the mutton chop sideburn thing going on, you know? He pulls it off. He does it well. But I don't know. You really don't see too many people with mutton chops doing it well, you know? I feel like it has to be dark and thick hair as well, too. Like, it can't be like a red or a blonde mutton chop. I think that would just look gross, you know?
Yeah, and people tell me that my beard is red a lot.
You definitely have like the sides like don't look as red, but like right here
it's pretty red.
The stash a little bit, got some red in it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like opposed. I'm not against red hair, but It's just a strange, because I'm not a red-haired person.
Well, yeah, that really is strange. Like, I mean, because you're Chaldean too,
Yeah.
right? Like, how many Chaldeans do you know with red hair, or like any red in their hair?
Very rare.
Yeah,
Very rare.
somewhere along in your family line, an Irish person came along, and they were like, you know what, we shagging.
They
And
ended up
maybe you
in the
got just
middle of
like
the
a
desert.
little smidgen, of
little
Irish
bit.
in there somewhere. Yeah,
Perhaps.
somewhere way back when.
I mean, we took a test and it came back as 97% from
Okay.
Iraq.
Okay, gotcha. What was the other? What was the other three?
The
do you know?
3% was North African.
Okay, gotcha.
So
You know what? So hey, you and I can both make that claim. We both got the card.
we both got the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. 0.2 for me.
Ooh,
0.2%.
close enough.
Oh yeah.
Just round it up.
Yeah.
Round up to 2.
There we go. Why not? Fucking hell. You see all this melanin in the skin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Elvis was another person who didn't have any melanin, but he was still
He was still doing some things.
You think Elvis said the N-word?
That's a hot take right there.
Yeah.
Did Elvis say the N-word? I don't know.
Because I don't think Elvis was a racist. If he did say it, I don't think he said it in a racist way.
Probably not.
But he was also hanging around with a lot of black people, so he probably felt like comfortable to say it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Like, in terms of how bad was the N-word to say during his...
I mean, he was growing up in the 50s, I think, so
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Well, like, what about when he got famous, right?
Okay.
Like, when he got famous and, like, the whole movement's, starting up and going on.
Yeah.
Like, how bad was it then to say, right?
I think it was
Right.
said a lot more than it was today, probably. They didn't say it in the movie. I know that there wasn't any point where anyone said it in the movie.
Gotcha.
Unless I skipped that part, but I don't know. So I don't know if Elvis would have been saying it.
I don't know. The world may never know.
We'll have to
I don't know.
Someone call Priscilla Presley. Is that her name, Priscilla Presley?
Priscilla, his wife.
And we'll
or
ask
his
her
ex-wife.
how often he'd say the N-word. Because I'm really curious.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a head scratcher right there. Yeah. We need to know if Elvis Presley said the N-word.
For racial purposes.
Yeah. You can put that in a little YouTube short.
Yeah. Did Elvis say the N-word?
There we go. But yeah, guy.
He was probably a good guy.
Probably. Who knows? I don't know.
If you had the
did
opportunity-
anybody... What was it?
No, go.
I mean, like, did anybody, like, ever have, like, a bunch of, like, objections to his personality other than, like, the way he sang and performed?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is that, like, they wanted to get him arrested because he was dancing very provocatively and he was singing about provocative things, I guess.
Yeah.
But, I mean, by today's standards, that's like nothing.
Nothing.
If you had the opportunity to meet Elvis, would you meet him?
Yeah,
What would you ask him?
Did you say the N-word?
I'd
Elvis?
ask him that too. I'd ask him that too.
There we go.
Did you say the N-word? Is it? Wow.
And then he'd be like, he'd be like,
Hunka burning love.
yes, I said the N-word. No, I never said the N-word.
Never said. Oh no, only to my friends.
There we go. Yeah,
Maybe.
And you're like, well, I'll the pass. You see.
Yeah. Well, Liam, lucky for you, you do get to meet Elvis right now.
Oh my
we have
God.
a very special guest. I know we said it was just going to be the Paradizo Boys today,
Look at
but we
that.
have a very special guest today, arriving straight from the gates of hell. I think
Elvis himself.
Elvis Presley.
God fucking damn.
Woo! Hello there, Joseph. It's the King, Elvis Presley, coming to you all the way from Viva Las Vegas. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, not go, can't go, but don't you step on Joseph's blue suede shoes. You can do anything to lay off of his blue suede shoes. Joseph, I understand that you are a filmmaker. Well, that's absolutely fantastic. But I understand that you don't like the new Elvis movie. Joseph, how can you not like a movie about yours truly, the King, the greatest entertainer of all time? Let me tell you, man, it's getting me all shook up. Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug, I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up. Well, let me tell you something. I've not seen the movie yet myself, but from what I understand, it's a lot better than your bullshit movies. Like it. Like it very much.
Here. I don't know what he's going to say, but we'll just...
And then do we have to act offended?
Yeah, we'll just pretend. Oh, my... That was so rude.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We invite him on our show to talk about his new movie that he made, and he comes here from hell.
With this.
And he attacks us like that.
I'm offended, personally.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's horrible.
I don't know. Cancel.
He probably did say the N-word, the way he treated us.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah.
That's an N-word kind of guy.
That is.
Yeah.
Unless here we'll record one in case he was super nice, and we'll put that in too.
Okay, sounds good.
Wow, he was so nice and appreciative. Even though I wasn't a fan of the movie, he was still a
really cool guy.
He's cool about it. He didn't care that we weren't a fan of his movie.
And he probably didn't say the N-word.
No, I don't think he said the N-word. No,
Yeah, no.
He didn't say it when we just showed him on the screen.
Yeah, no, that nice of a guy could never say the N-word.
No, I don't think he would.
Yeah, no. He doesn't even say, quote, the N-word. He just
goes quiet whenever he's about to say it.
Exactly.
He'll get to the point. He's singing like a rap song, and then once he gets to the N-word, he like just goes quiet.
There we go.
Because he's that good a person.
Oh yeah. You know that's what my girlfriend does. Yeah, it's funny. Because she'll know all these songs by heart, and she'll just gap it out. I'm like, oh, there we go. You see, that's the thing. I don't know enough rap songs to gap out or do whatever.
You don't even have the opportunity to say the N-word.
Yeah, alas.
Not that you would, but the opportunity just isn't there. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you shouldn't listen to rap music.
Maybe it'll change me,
You never know. It changed Elvis.
Yeah.
Do you think Elvis would like rap music? He'd probably steal it, because he's great at stealing.
No doubt. He would make an Elvis version of rap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That would be interesting to hear Elvis do a Elvis rap, like in his voice.
Ready? Okay, I'm going to freestyle in an Elvis voice.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, baby.
What up, bitch? You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Hitting from
and
the back,
I'll be slapping you with my hot dog.
God fucking damn. There we go.
How you do it. Yeah.
I can see it.
It might be a hit.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Christ.
What do you think about? So there's a big thing about all these Elvis impersonators, which I've never spoken to an Elvis impersonator before, and we definitely have never had an Elvis impersonator on this podcast before.
Okay, yeah.
We've had the real Elvis on this podcast,
Exactly,
but we've never had an Elvis impersonator on this podcast.
No.
But what do you think of the phenomena of Elvis impersonators?
I don't know. I mean, because that's kind of gotten to be a really big thing, right?
In Vegas, it's a really big thing.
Gotcha. See, I wonder, right? Because I think that people kind of do a comparison of, like we were talking about in the last podcast, a cost ratio. Is it going to, how much is it going to pay? How much can you make being an Elvis impersonator, right?
I guess it depends what level you're at, because I know there are some Elvis impersonators who actually perform as Elvis.
Yeah, definitely.
And then there are some Elvis impersonators who you can pay them $100 to make a little short video for you on Cameo.
Good for you. Or make an appearance or something like that.
We wouldn't do something like that. We get the real Elvis.
Exactly.
But I'm saying that other people, if they wanted to have an Elvis impersonator in their video, they could just have someone do it on Cameo.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But we wouldn't do that.
Gotcha.
But I know people love to go to Vegas and get married from an Elvis impersonator.
Gotcha. Yeah. I have heard about that.
I feel like you would do that.
I'd be tempted.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be tempted. Might hold off on that one, seeing as that I'm not like a world famous Elvis fan. But if I did love Elvis,
you'd be keen on getting gotten that Elvis marriage.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kind of a little midnight sporadic getting married by Elvis thing.
That would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like that idea, but I don't like the Elvis of it.
Oh, no?
I'd get someone else.
Okay. Who do you get? Who would be the ideal candidate for that?
Maybe a Stan Lee impersonator. I feel like that would be kind of fun.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know.
How many Stan Lee impersonators are there? Because I feel like
I don't know if there's any out there, but you could find one somewhere.
I'm sure there's at least a person who doesn't solely do Stan Lee impersonations, right? But
Right.
like who at least includes that
Right.
in their bit. Yeah.
Right. Do you have a dream impersonator that you would like to marry you?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's definitely a tough one.
Hmm.
See, you know me and my pop culture. You know, I don't know my pop culture. I'm a lass.
You want a Sheldon from Big Bang Theory impersonator, don't you?
That would be cool.
That would be, yeah. That's
You know what I want? I want a Bear Grylls impersonator. Or what's his name? The Australian guy,
Steve Irwin.
Yeah, Steve Irwin.
That would be a good
That'd
one.
be cool. That'd be cool.
Do it like,
Crikey, mate. You two is getting married, aren't you?
oi, you still a cunt? You getting ringed up, are you?
There you go.
Now go
Oi.
and kiss the fucking bride, mate.
Oi, my
Get in that
oi,
bed.
Cronky, my kangaroo tits are jingling.
That's exactly how they sound.
Isn't that like an Australian term for testicles?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Do you remember on Nathan For You when he had that Bill Microsoft guy? What's his name?
It's ringing a bell. Hold on.
Bill. Who's the Microsoft guy?
Microsoft guy.
Bill Gates. He had the Bill Gates impersonator.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, great. And he's just this really kind of sad guy.
Yeah.
Oh no. But he did look a lot like Bill Gates.
He did look like Bill Gates.
Yeah, he did.
Did you see the one where he had the Kramer impersonator?
Oh yeah, no,
and he wanted to like sign a big tip.
Yeah, definitely. What restaurant was that they were in?
Just some random diner, I think. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it attracted a bunch of attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about the scams where they like will spray paint or whatever the fuck on a wall of Mary, right? And it's all faded, and then people from around the world will come and see it, and it'd be like it's a miracle.
Oh, I never heard about that.
Yeah. So like people will do that, and people will like make like little statues like bleed from the eyes, and, like stuff like that. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And some of them have been exposed, some of them have not.
Okay.
You know,
I've never heard of that, but that is interesting. I don't know that I would travel the world to see that.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Alas,
All right, looks like
alas.
we're just going to have two cameras because I don't feel like getting up.
God damn.
We can just both be
That's
on
all
this
right.
camera.
That's all right. Yeah.
The third camera died, in case people were wondering what we're talking about.
Yes. But we'll be good.
We need a camera operator. That's what we need.
really do.
We
Really
really,
do.
I mean, we
Bash.
gotta.
Bash.
Yeah, Bash, you're gonna be our new camera.
Come on, Bash.
Come on, Bash. You know, it's your destiny.
You know you want to. He's like, no, I fucking don't.
No.
Oh,
Good
God damn
kid.
it. God damn it.
We'll have him on the podcast.
Oh
sometime
yeah.
soon.
Oh yeah.
What were we talking about? Elvis?
We were indeed. I mean, so what do you think? Do you know what the story was there with his wife Priscilla?
So she was the daughter of. So Elvis, he was like a bad boy, and he was like, you know. So they were like, all right, we got to make him a good boy. So their decision to do that was to send him to the army.
That's right.
And
right,
so
that's right.
that was like a big deal. And
Wait,
they
did he get drafted normally, or did like he?
I don't know if he got drafted, or if they were like trying to do it for his image.
Gotcha. Because like the thing that I saw was apparently he got drafted normally, right? And they were
Okay.
lining it up to seem like he was like wanting the army to do whatever they wanted with him, right? And he wanted to be a normal soldier,
Right.
and that sort of thing. Like, do you think he actually wanted to be like a normal?
I don't think he did. I don't think he wanted to be a soldier.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because apparently it did take like 2 weeks off to record some songs in the
Ah.
middle of it. Yeah.
But so how he met Priscilla was that I guess like one of the officers. She was the daughter of one of the officers that he was under,
Ah. Okay. Gotcha.
and so she was sneaking around and hanging with Elvis,
Look at that.
and then they
And they
had one daughter.
indeed, and then divorced.
Yeah, so that was something. If you watch like old Elvis performances, he just goes into the crowd and he starts making out with like the audience.
Okay.
He'll just like
Damn.
start making out with random chicks in the audience.
Goddamn, do you think like that tore him apart a little bit, or?
I think that might have. He probably was like cheating on her a lot too.
Yeah.
But so there was a scene where he's doing his big performance and he's so excited and he's walking through the crowd and he's making out with a bunch of random chicks, and then Priscilla is staring at him and she looks very like it's a close-up shot of her face and she looks very confused by it. But then after the show, she runs up to them, and she's like, "That was great. That was the best show I've ever seen. Like, oh my gosh." And so I was like, "Wait, so did she like that, or was she mad at him?
Yeah.
And was she pretending? Like,
I don't know.
it was very strange because it was like they were trying to make it like she was staring at him because she was mad he was kissing random chicks, but then she ran up to him and she was so excited.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe there was some kind of weird relationship dynamic going on there.
Maybe she messed around too.
I don't know. Well, hey, you know what? Speaking of like kind of like deception and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think John Lennon like actually secretly also hated Elvis, or do you think like he legitimately like loved Elvis because they made it seem like Elvis was his idol, right? Like he really looked up to Elvis. Do you think that was true, or like do you think like he was kind of playing like the victim, or like what?
I don't know. I'm not. I know John Lennon's all about like peace and love and like respect or whatever else, all that bullshit. And then, but I know that. Actually, I don't know that much about John Lennon. Now that I think about it, he's British. He's married to Yoko Ono.
I remember watching a whole ass documentary on him, and I can't remember like most of the facts from it.
I don't know if he would have been a fan of Elvis.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of politics in the whole Elvis stuff.
There is.
Apparently, like I think two women died in a car crash at Elvis's funeral. Yeah.
Did he kill them?
Question mark. And then Elvis's dead body, got autographed for $18,000.
Nice. By who?
I think it was either Elvis's cousin or it was someone connected to Elvis's cousin, right? Who wanted to.
So he sold his body?
A bit for an autograph, right? Like this person wanted to autograph his body. So the cousin said like, okay, hey, like I'll let you autograph the body if you give me $18,000.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up.
Damn. So
can you imagine if one of your cousins told people like, oh yeah, I'll let you play with his dead body for $18,000?
Goddamn. I wonder how much $18,000 was in whatever that year.
70s money? That was a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. Would you do that? Let's say that's equivalent to like $100,000 right now. I don't know if that's true at all, but let's say that's $100,000. Yeah. And your cousin walks up to you and says like, hey, can I sign Elvis's body? And you'll be like, no, man, I can't let you do that. I can't let you sign Elvis's body.
Elvis's cousin?
Yeah. And then you say, like,
and then someone comes up to me and says, can I sign Elvis's body?
Yeah. And then you're like, no, man, I can't do that. And they're like, okay, well, what if I pay you? Like, I can give you a bunch of money, you know? And you're like, no. And then they're like, how about $100,000?
I'd probably check with everybody first and be like, hey guys, like, you know, how do you guys want to split this up?
Hey, there you go, yeah.
Because, I mean, there's like no harm being done, but also it's just like a weird request and a weird thing to want to do to a dead body.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I would certainly be tempted, but
why would someone want to sign Elvis's body?
Yeah,
that's what I'm wondering.
Well, see, but like that's also the thing, right? Because it would depend on like who they are to me, you know?
Right.
Like if it was my mother, no. If it was my father, no. If it was my cousin, maybe. I'm not too close with my cousins, but hey, you know, if I get close with my cousins over time and you end up seeing this, you know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let them sign your body.
Yeah,
at least as of right now. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, you would want me to let them sign your body, wouldn't you? You know,
you'd be like, hey, listen, I'm dead. I'm not doing anything with my body.
Yeah.
Make a couple $1,000s off of me. You know.
Yeah.
Not a bad deal.
Yeah. Would you let people sign your body if it meant that your family would get some money?
I feel like I wouldn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, man. But yeah. How long are we going?
42 minutes.
Well, shit.
Is that good enough amount of time to talk about Elvis? I don't know a lot about Elvis. Like, I saw this movie. I know some of his songs. He just, I feel kind of bad for him because he was like, I just want to sing my songs.
What's up? Baby. Oh yeah, that's all. That's all he wanted.
That's one of his favorite songs.
Oh yeah, that he liked to perform. Oh yeah. And just, punch in the air and swinging the hips.
Yeah.
But That's all he wanted to do.
That's all I wanted to do is just swing his hips.
He's a simple man at the heart.
And they wanted to arrest him for it. It's fucked up. And then this guy, this Colonel Tom Parker, is taking advantage of him. He's taking all his money.
He's like, hey, swing your hips in Vegas.
He's like, and then he's like, so this guy, this is what's crazy. This is what really took me out of the movie. You ready for this?
Ready.
So it's Tom Hanks, right? He's wearing a fat suit and he's doing like a dumb accent. And then so throughout the movie, they're like, oh, this guy, he's like a colonel. He's an American. And I'm like, he's obviously not American because that accent is not. And then it's like a big revelation towards the end of the movie. They're like, Elvis, he doesn't have a passport because he's not from America. And then Elvis is like, he's like, shook. Christ. And then, because I guess Elvis wanted to go on tour around the world, but he never did because
of this guy.
Because of this guy.
So
and
apparently Elvis is just a dumbass.
Yeah. And then he's like, you're not from America. And then the guy was like, oh, no, I am from America. And then I was like, dude, nobody in fucking America talks like that. Like, obviously you're not from America. And so I was just like, did they really not know this guy wasn't American?
I don't know. Maybe they secretly did, right? But maybe for the sake of the movie they didn't. Because that seems like when you're talking about this, seems kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, this guy doesn't look like his name is Tom Parker. He doesn't look like he's from America. He doesn't talk like he's from America. And like
that's also another thing, right? Like, I know that he was kind of involved with the FBI and all that stuff. Yeah. Like, you don't think that, like, nobody ever looked into him?
And why didn't Elvis just ask him, like, hey, how come we can't tour the world?
Yeah.
It's like, and why didn't he just let Elvis and he just stay in America? Why couldn't he would have made a ton of money just sitting at home while Elvis is on tour.
Yeah, I don't know. The questions. Yeah. Questions. I think Elvis knew that he wasn't from America.
He was like, my boy, I am a colonel in the American army. You don't trust me, Elvis? And it's like
no.
He's like, I was raised in Kansas, Elvis. Listen to my voice. I am from America. This is like, dude, like, come on.
Fucking damn it. I don't know. Elvis was a dumbass.
I guess so.
Yeah.
He was like, I just want to play my music. I just want to sing my songs.
Just want to swing my hips and talk with ladies.
I want to a jailhouse rock. That's one of his songs, right?
Oh yeah, it is. It is. Oh yeah. That's all he wanted. God fucking damn it! But you have any last inputs there, Joseph?
Some final verdict on
how to make Elvis better.
How to make Elvis better. I like the young Elvis when I wish that it was against the law to swing your hips when you're dancing again. Yeah, because it would be more fun to like dance like that. People don't dance anymore, Liam.
They don't dance. They just go. Exactly. They pump their arms up in the air, and they act like they're working out.
Or they like
with no weights.
They'll like just start like dry humping a bitch, and it's just like it's just not dancing. Let's do
just a horny fest. There are no actual dance moves anymore unless someone starts breakdancing.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you do that, you're going to be the only person doing that, and then you're going to look weird.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be like Elvis. He was like,
he had moves. He was like moves. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, what's your final verdict on Elvis?
My final verdict? I don't know. I think that Elvis, next time around, when you get reincarnated, don't be such a dumbass.
Don't say the N-word as much either.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. That's my take.
That is a good take.
Yeah,
that's a good take.
Skip the whole N-word vibe and
let's come on, guy.
Yeah, and work out the noggin a little more.
Work it out.
Yeah.
All right, Elvis, people, Liam. We will see you all next time.
I'll leave you all to it.
Big peace.
Big peace.